Marvel Ruins. Marvel Ruins takes the Marvel Universe and turns it into a rotting cesspool where every heroic tale ends in grotesque tragedy. This isn't the world of bright costumes and epic battles. It's a decaying nightmare where hope is a cruel joke. The Fantastic Four's cosmic journey doesn't make them heroes. The Rays mutate them into abominations, leaving Reed Richards a gibbering mess in a government lab. His elastic body dissected by cold steel while Sue Storm dies screaming, her invisible form riddled with tumors. Peter Parker's spider bite doesn't grant him powers. It infects him with a plague, turning him into a walking biohazard who spreads death with every breath. His body oozing sores as he's hunted by a terrified mob. The X-Men, meant to fight for mutant rights, are shattered. Charles Xavier is a broken man, locked in an asylum, while Cyclops loses his eyes to stop his uncontrollable optic blasts, his screams echoing through a padded cell. Wolverine's healing factor fails him, leaving him a scarred wreck, his claws rusted and useless. The Hulk isn't a misunderstood giant. He's a mass of cancerous growths, a government experiment gone wrong. His roars shaking a wasteland of shattered buildings as he crushes soldiers underfoot. Tony Stark never becomes Iron Man. His wealth can't save him from addiction, his genius mind dulled by whiskey as he stumbles through the slums. Captain America, the symbol of freedom, never rises. He's a forgotten soldier, his body broken in a war that ended in defeat, his shield buried under rubble. The skies are a toxic gray, the cities crumble into filth, and the air chokes with decay. The Avengers never assemble. Their members are scattered, broken by a world that punishes greatness. Nick Fury, once a master spy, is a paranoid wreck, hiding in a bunker as S.H.I.E.L.D. collapses under corruption. The story follows Phil Sheldon, a journalist who once chronicled heroes, now documenting their downfall, his camera capturing the horror of a world where heroism is a death sentence. Marvel Ruins unfolds through his eyes, showing a reality where every dream turns to ash. DCeased. DCeased plunges the DC universe into an apocalyptic horror where heroes become the monsters they fought. This isn't the world of soaring capes and triumphant victories. It's a graveyard where even the mightiest fall. A corrupted anti-life equation spreads through screens, turning anyone who sees it into a ravenous zombie. Superman is infected first, his eyes blank as he tears through the Justice League, snapping Green Lantern's neck with a sickening crunch, his heat vision burning through Flash's legs as Barry tries to flee. Wonder Woman falls next, her lasso dragging Cyborg into the horde, his screams cut short as she rips him apart. Gotham and Metropolis burn, their skyscrapers reduced to smoldering husks, while the skies are choked with black smoke. The streets are a slaughterhouse littered with the bodies of millions, their blood pooling in the gutters. Batman retreats to the Batcave, crafting desperate plans, but his allies fall. Nightwing is torn apart by an infected Robin, his dying gasp a plea for mercy that never comes. The Flash, despite his speed, can't outrun the plague. He collapses in Central City, his body overrun by the infected, his last thought of Iris. Lois Lane fights to survive, clutching a gun as she hides in a bunker, her journalistic instincts useless against a threat that doesn't negotiate. Green Arrow takes a last stand in Star City, his arrows piercing zombie after zombie, but he's overwhelmed, his body dragged into the darkness. The Justice League's headquarters is a tomb, its halls filled with the echoes of a team that couldn't save itself. Aquaman tries to protect Atlantis, but the infection spreads underwater, turning his kingdom into a feeding ground, his trident useless against the Horde. Billions perish, leaving Earth a desolate wasteland where the living are just the next victims. DCeased unfolds as a relentless tragedy, a story of loss and despair in a universe turned upside down. Old Man Logan. Old Man Logan drags the Marvel Universe into a future where villains rule and heroes are a fading nightmare. This isn't the world of epic team-ups or last-second saves. It's a brutal wasteland where the past is a ghost that won't stop haunting. Decades ago, the villains united, wiping out the heroes in one bloody night. Red Skull orchestrated the attack, his forces slaughtering the Avengers as Captain America's shield shattered under a hail of bullets. Wolverine, tricked by Mysterio into thinking the X-Men were enemies, slaughtered them all, his claws dripping with the blood of friends like Storm and Jean Grey, their screams haunting him as he fled. Now he's an old man, scraping by in a desert ruled by the Hulk, who's become a cannibalistic warlord, his inbred family, the Banner Gang, feasting on the weak, their laughter echoing through the dunes as they tear into their latest victim. The skies are a dusty orange, the cities are ash, and the air smells of blood. Logan's forced out of hiding to deliver a package, joined by a blind Hawkeye, one of the last heroes left, his arrows long since spent. They cross a hellscape, encountering a venom-infected dinosaur that roars through the ruins, its tendrils snapping at their heels, and a gang of Moloids worshipping a rusted Iron Man suit. Logan faces his past at every turn, finding the graves of his X-Men, their bones a grim reminder of his failure. The journey ends in a gory showdown with the Hulk, where Logan slices his way out of the monster's gut, his claws carving through green flesh, but the victory feels empty in a world this broken. The Red Skull's descendants rule their own fiefdoms, their banners flying over a land where hope is a forgotten word. Old Man Logan unfolds as a blood-soaked tale of guilt and survival in a world where evil reigns. Injustice. Gods Among Us takes the DC universe and turns it into a tyrannical hell where heroes become the monsters they swore to stop. This isn't the world of truth, justice, and the American way. It's a dark nightmare where power rules. The Joker tricks Superman into killing Lois Lane, who's pregnant, by drugging him with fear toxin, making him see Doomsday instead of his wife, then triggers a nuclear bomb that wipes out Metropolis, killing millions in a blinding flash. Superman, driven mad by grief, snaps, driving his fist through the Joker's chest, his blood staining the pavement as Harley Quinn watches in horror. He declares himself ruler, vowing to end chaos, and becomes a dictator, his red cape now a symbol of fear. Martian Manhunter opposes him, but Superman burns him alive, his screams echoing through the Hall of Justice. Wonder Woman joins Superman, her Amazonian ideals twisted into a thirst for control, while the Flash follows, his speed now used to hunt down dissenters. Batman leads a rebellion, recruiting Green Arrow and Black Canary, but their safe houses are raided. Green Arrow is killed by Superman's heat vision, his body crumbling to ash in a sewer hideout. Cities burn in the crossfire, the skies dark with ash, and the streets echo with the sound of rebellion being crushed. Green Lantern tries to fight back, but his ring fails against Superman's might, his construct shattered as he's thrown into orbit. Zatanna hides, her magic useless against a Kryptonian tyrant, while Aquaman is forced to kneel, his trident broken in submission. The Justice League becomes a death squad, enforcing Superman's will with brutal efficiency, their unity a distant memory. Injustice unfolds as a dark tale of betrayal and tyranny in a universe where even the best fall. Marvel Zombies. Marvel Zombies takes the Marvel universe and turns it into a rotting feast where heroes become the predators. This isn't the world of witty quips or epic battles. It's a gore-soaked hell where the good guys are the monsters. A virus from another dimension infects the heroes, turning them into undead monsters who crave flesh, but still think like their old selves. Spider-Man devours Mary Jane and Aunt May, his web-slingers trapping them as he bites into their flesh, his guilt a constant scream as he hunts for more. The Avengers, Captain America, Iron Man, Thor, are shambling corpses, their costumes torn as they tear through New York, Captain America's shield now a weapon to bash skulls, while Thor's hammer crushes the living. The Fantastic Four join the horde, their family now a pack of predators, hunting through the ruins of the Baxter Building, Reed stretching his rotting limbs to ensnare victims. The skies are a sickly green, the cities decay into rubble, and the air reeks of rot. Black Panther barricades himself in Wakanda, but the horde breaks through, taking his arm as he fights to the last, his vibranium suit no match for their numbers. The X-Men are scattered. Wolverine's healing factor keeps him alive, but he's a feral beast, his claws slicing through friend and foe alike. Cosmic beings like Silver Surfer arrive, but the zombies consume him, his power cosmic fueling their hunger as they devour Galactus himself, their feast shaking the stars. Magneto tries to fight back, using his magnetism to levitate the horde, but he's overwhelmed, his body torn apart as he falls. The universe doesn't care about redemption. It's a graveyard where the living are just the next meal. Marvel Zombies unfolds as a horror show, a story of carnage in a universe turned upside down. Age of Apocalypse. Age of Apocalypse takes the Marvel universe and plunges it into a mutant dystopia where hope is buried under a mountain of corpses. This isn't the world of the X-Men fighting for equality. It's a genocidal nightmare where a tyrant rules. Charles Xavier's early death lets Apocalypse rise, conquering the world with an army that slaughters humans by the millions, their bodies piled high in mass graves. Apocalypse's vision is a mutant utopia, but it's a lie. His lieutenants, like Holocaust, burn cities to ash, leaving nothing but screams, while his four horsemen, including a brainwashed Wolverine, enforce his will with savage cruelty. Mutants rule, but even they live in fear, crushed under Apocalypse's regime where weakness means death. Nightcrawler's teleportation can't save him from being hunted down, his body left broken in a ditch. Magneto takes Xavier's place, leading a desperate X-Men team with Rogue and Sabretooth. But their safe houses are raided, their numbers dwindling as Apocalypse's forces close in. The skies are choked with ash, the cities are ruins, and the air smells of burning flesh. The Fantastic Four never form, their members dead in this reality, while the Avengers are a dream crushed before it began. Storm fights alongside Magneto, her lightning striking down enemies, but she's captured, her powers drained by Apocalypse's tech. Cyclops, separated from his brother Havoc, who serves Apocalypse, sacrifices himself to save a human child, his optic blast carving through a squadron before he's cut down. The streets are a battlefield, littered with the bones of the fallen, a testament to a world where survival means bowing to a mad god. Age of Apocalypse unfolds as a relentless bloodbath, a story of despair in a universe ruled by evil. Flashpoint. Flashpoint takes the DC universe and shatters it with one man's mistake, turning it into a chaotic hellscape where order is a memory. This isn't the world of the Justice League saving the day. It's a fractured nightmare of war and despair. Barry Allen, the Flash, goes back in time to save his mother from a brutal murder, but his meddling breaks the timeline, unraveling reality. Superman never becomes a hero. He crash lands in Metropolis, not Kansas, and grows up a weak lab experiment, his pale body locked in a government cell, his powers stunted by years of darkness. Batman isn't Bruce, it's Thomas Wayne, who became a violent vigilante after Bruce's death, his grief fueling a brutal crusade through Gotham, his cane guns stained with the blood of criminals. Wonder Woman and Aquaman wage war, their armies clashing in a conflict that floods Europe. London is underwater, its survivors clinging to rooftops as Amazonian spears pierce their hearts. The skies are blood red, the oceans swallow cities, and the ground shakes with destruction. Cyborg rallies a resistance, his tech interfacing with military drones, but his efforts are dwarfed by the conflict, his body sparking as he's overwhelmed by Atlantean forces. The Justice League never forms, its members fighting for survival. Green Lantern's ring fails him, his construct shattered by a tidal wave, while Zatanna's magic can't stop the chaos, her spells drowned out by screams. Barry, realizing his mistake, races to fix the timeline, teaming with Thomas Wayne, who sacrifices himself to buy Barry time, his dying wish. A plea to save Bruce in the new reality. The cost is steep. Millions die, their bodies floating in the floodwaters as Barry resets the timeline. Flashpoint unfolds as a chaotic tragedy, a story of destruction in a universe torn apart. Marvel's Ultimatum. Marvel's Ultimatum takes the Ultimate Universe, Marvel's gritty reboot, and drowns it in a chaos that spares no one. This isn't the world of modern heroes saving the day. It's a slaughterhouse where everything falls apart. Magneto, broken by the loss of his children, Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver, at the hands of humanity, unleashes his ultimate revenge, flipping the Earth's magnetic poles with a fury that shakes the planet. Tidal waves rise, swallowing New York in a watery grave. Daredevil drowns in Hell's Kitchen, his senses overwhelmed by the flood, while Doctor Strange is crushed in his sanctum, his mystic wards shattered by falling debris. The X-Men are torn apart. Wolverine's head is sliced off by Magneto's forces, his healing factor failing as his body sinks into the mud, and Cyclops dies in the Xavier Institute, his optic blast carving through enemies before a collapsing wall crushes him. The skies are black with storms, the cities sink beneath the waves, and the air is thick with screams. The Ultimates are powerless. Captain America fights to the last, his shield dented as he protects a group of survivors, but he's swept away, his body lost in the flood. Reed Richards watches his team die. Sue Storm is electrocuted by a power surge, her force field failing, while Johnny Storm burns out, his flames extinguished by the water. Thor tries to summon lightning, but he's struck down by Magneto, his hammer sinking into the ocean. In the aftermath, Blob turns to cannibalism, feasting on the dead in the ruins, his hunger a grim reflection of a world that's lost all humanity. The few survivors, like a broken Iron Man, can only mourn, their tech useless against a disaster of this scale. Marvel's Ultimatum unfolds as a nihilistic bloodbath, a story of chaos in a universe left to rot. That's it for the darkest DC and Marvel universes. Pretty grim stuff, right? Which one's your pick for the bleakest? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. If you like this, hit that like button and subscribe for more comic book deep dives. See you in the next one.